Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can watch any UK TV online when you're actually located in France. Okay, so you've probably noticed if you're outside the UK, all the British TV channels, BBC Iplayer, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, even if you've got a Sky subscription, if you're outside the UK, they won't work. What happens is the sites use a thing called geo-blocking. Basically, they restrict access to people who've got an IP address assigned to the UK. So as soon as you move outside the UK and you've got a Spanish or a French or a German IP address, you can't get access to it. Works in other countries as well. For instance, all the US media sites block access to anybody who hasn't got a US IP. French sites, M6 Replay or things like that, they block access if you've not got a French IP and so on. Anyway, this video is just going to show you what happens briefly and how I get around it. Okay, so if we go to BBC iPlayer now, it'll come up okay if I'm going directly to the BBC iPlayer site here and I try and look at this, what's this documentary? You can see here I get this message, BBC iPlayer only works in the UK, sorry, it's due to the rights issue. I don't know if you can see that. So it won't work. It's basically looked at my IP address, seen it's not in the UK, and blocked access to me, basically. Okay, so what can I do? Well, I can't actually change that IP address because it's assigned by my ISP. But what I can do is use something called a VPN or a proxy to hide my location and basically route my connection through another server. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, and I'm going to show you one of the programs I use, and this is called Overplay. Now, Overplay has a little front end here that you can go and select any of the VPN servers. It's worth noting that Overplay has got two options. It's got something called Smart DNS, which is a slightly simpler way of connecting, where you just change the DNS settings. Or this is the VPN client. You can get different combinations. I tend to use the VPN, but the DNS, Smart DNS is best if you're just using a device where you can't install this computer program on it. So if you could just got access to the DNS settings, something like a media streamer or a smart TV, it can work better with. It's not quite as reliable, but it's simpler to use and works on different devices. If you get the VPN program, you get both, but it's slightly more expensive. Look on their website anyway to show. Basically, see here, I've got a subscription, and you can see there's loads of different, excuse me, different servers here. Now, I want to watch UK TV, so I'm interested in the UK server. So I'm going to pick. I've obscured some of these numbers out just so to keep it private. And I'm going to click here, what's the lowest load and hopefully the fastest. Well, let's try this Glasgow one here. So I'm going to click on the Glasgow and save. And what I'm going to do now is connect. And what's this going to do is connect to the server in Glasgow. And when it's connected properly, I will basically, any website I visit will see the IP address of the VPN server and not mine. Okay, so when I go to the BBC website, it should just see the a UK IP address, i.e. the one in Glasgow. Okay, so if I picked another server, if I picked a US one, it would see a US IP address. But obviously here I'm trying to demonstrate using the BBC iPlayer. Right, let me just start up a browser. I'm just going to minimize here. I've started browser here, and let's go to BBC iPlayer. BBC iPlayer. Okay, so remember now all my traffic is being routed through this Glasgow server. So when I go to the BBC site, this time it won't see my French IP address, it'll see the IP address of the server. So let's just try here. This is the documentary I tried to play. And you can see last time I got a little message around here saying sorry, it won't be available in this country. Here, it's just asking me about parental guidance because of that program. Let's just skip the play here. First time you do it, just takes a little bit. It buffers at the beginning of the program, and then you can see it's now going to work the program perfectly well. Let me just pause it. So that's basically playing the BBC iPlayer. BBC iPlayer will work perfectly. You can use live TV, all the archive stuff on BBC iPlayer. So if you want to watch anything live, just go to the TV button. If you go to the iPlayer, you'll notice that the BBC iPlayer site will actually look different. You'll get all this function. If you go to the BBC website with a foreign IP address, i.e. a non-UK one, you see a different version of it, and you don't see all the iPlayer and the live TV. So it all works perfectly. This is the program I'm using. It's called Overplay. Again, there's two options. There's a VPN option, which you use on computers, laptops and stuff, which is generally the safest and securest version. You can also use it to keep your internet connection safe if you're in an internet cafe or somewhere like that. And there's the Smart DNS version. You get, if you buy the VPN version, you get both. The Smart DNS is slightly cheaper, but it works just on, you can use it just by modifying your DNS settings. I won't put that in this video now, but basically you go into your network settings and change the DNS server to the Overplay one. Okay, well, I'm going to finish that so I don't go on this video go too long. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and that's watching UK TV in France. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.